so we're at Sherborne Market. This is David, Love and Freedom. They're setting up now to get the boards out. We're outside the usual place, Connell's in Sherborne. Connell's in Sherborne. And we've got our usual faces here. We've got Dave and Sally here. We've got Kath and Viv. Kath's got the light newspapers. Kath's sorting out the right one. Make sure it's the right newspaper. And there's Dennis there on my left as well. Hello Dennis. And Viv there as well. Good to see you, Viv. Good morning, good morning. Happy Easter, yes indeed, yes. It's Easter Sunday today, ladies and gentlemen.
Easter Sunday.
Yes, don't start preaching because you might get 2 years in prison. Apparently. Yes indeed. Oh yes. Steve's here.
Just thinking about buying a property.
Thinking about buying a property. There you go, Connell's estate agents. Yes indeed, Steve's in the right position.
Here we go.
Hey!
Materials have turned up.
Nick's here with the banners.
Have we got any banners or what?
Banners, yeah, there's a few small ones, not the
Hello, how are you doing? Why kept
I see you.
Oh, Simon's here. Okay, so in Sherborne Market, happy Easter to you all, those who are celebrating Easter today. It's Easter Sunday at Sherborne Market. Apparently it is now illegal to preach the Bible in public and to preach about Jesus in public. If you do so, you could get up to 2 years in prison, apparently. What a clown world we live in 2025. 2 years, up to 2 years in prison for preaching about the Bible or Jesus in public. What a world we're in. But we're outside Connell's anyway. Lots of lovely people outside Connell's today. And we got Sherborne Market. I've also got my amazing new hats. Love and Freedom baseball cap. Love and Freedom baseball cap to be promoting. I'm not selling them, guys, so don't think I'm making money out of this video. I'm certainly not. So we're going to kind of put out some yellow boards. Got the boards out already, and Nick has got the banners, which is great. And we're going to see what day we have today. It's Sherborne Market. Here we go. Sunday, the 20th of April, 2025. Easter Sunday. Here we go. Okay, so we've got Sally outside Connell's. Hold on, Sally. Hello, Sally. Nice to see you here today. And Sally's got a brilliant banner here which says, "Who's really in control?" And when I say the who, we're talking about the World Economic Forum. Oh yes, World Economic Forum. And as you can see, we've got the United Nations on our left, and we've got the World Health Organization on the right. UK government and UK health under the WHO's control. And when I say the who, I don't mean Doctor Who. It's an old joke there, by the way.
Have been exterminated. All surviving humanoids have been incarcerated. Assessment of humanoid efficiency and mental acuity is to be maintained at all times. I obey.
World Economic Forum, who's in control? Thank you very much, Sally. Okay, I'm having to mind my back here, guys, because I keep walking into people. Okay, he's got great banners here. Dave's got a banner there that says, "There's no climate crisis, there's a climate lie." Ooh. Controversial words there, Dave.
Well, I'm going to trigger a few, I think.
You're going to trigger a few. Do you think you're going to get a few debates here, a few responses from the public?
Hopefully.
I see.
We'll give it a go.
Give it a go. I like it. Give it a go, Dave. Put in your best effort today. Okay, and Viv's got a great banner there. It says Agenda 2030, all beef, lamb, dairy usage phased out. Yes. You think they're going to create a food crisis, food shortage crisis, Viv?
I'm sure they are.
Yes, yes. And do you feel that they're, I'll turn this way actually, do you feel that they're trying to promote bird flu at the moment and various other flus to try and cull various sheep and cattle and chickens?
Yeah, definitely.
There's increasing demand for people to rent their own chickens.
Sorry for him disrespecting you. Sorry about that. Don't get into no comments right now, bro. Yeah, it's not worth it.
You can put that shit down. Oh, you only put on
Yes, I do. It's all part of the agenda, definitely.
Wish you well for today.
Thank you
Spread
very
some
much.
truth. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Last night I heard my mama singing a song. Ooh, chirpa, chirpa, chip, chip. Woke up this morning and my mama was gone. Ooh, chirpa, chirpa, chip, chip, chirpa, chirpa, chip, chip, chirp. Where's your mama?
Thankfully, just like the dodo, it never took off. And it's got the great yellow borders here. Got Kath on my left here with the light newspapers. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Kath. And I've got Viv there with Agenda 2030. All beef, lamb, and dairy usage will be phased out. Oh yes, not a conspiracy, guys. It's a fact. We're in fact there. Yes, indeed. I've got to be careful of traffic. I've almost been run over at least 3 times today. I've only been here 10 minutes. Yes, indeed. And this is Sherborne Market. We're here once a month on a Sunday, on market day, and to spread a few truths. And over here, on my right, we've got various banners here. One of them says, no blue sky? Wonder why. Why is there no blue sky these days, guys? You question it, guys.
The outlook for Egypt is becoming much drier with some sunny spells at times. It's getting colder though.
Next one says net zero, a ruse to restrict our freedoms. Yes, indeed, net zero is not about stopping climate change, quote unquote. It's about reducing your ability to move around and also introducing electric cars, which means they can switch off your car at any moment. More control over your car, more control over you. This one here says, is this what you want for the future? Check it out, it's quite a graphic image here. Yes.
There are 2 ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralise them. An educated, healthy and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy and confident because they would get out of control.
To set up the goals for the next 5 years, and one of them was by 2023 we will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I may be as thick as the 2 short planks, but I just thought I heard what I just thought I just heard.
We will reduce the number of people in the world by 50%.
I think today this dream is becoming reality.
So it's really a purpose-driven.
The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it. They're poor, they're demoralised, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
You know you're being controlled, guys.
That last one.
What's that, sorry?
The last one's quite appropriate.
It is actually. Being woke breeds weakness. Yes, indeed. Woke or wokeness. Being woke breeds weakness. Yes, indeed. Go woke, don't go broke, as they say. That's right. And it all kind of imploded the other day, actually, with the High Court, didn't it, Steve?
The Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
Decision.
Yes.
So now, no longer can a transsexual man go into a women's toilet or compete in women's sports.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, very important. Yeah, the comments you're getting now, so many people are behind it.
Really?
Behind J.K. Rowling, yeah. So there's a very limited amount of people still backing it. So yeah, definitely a good decision for the country.
Brilliant.
And so hopefully a lot of this nonsense can stop now.
Brilliant. And J.K. Rowling has indeed been a real kind of advocate for the anti-trans, well, I wouldn't say, I don't know if they call it trans rights, but basically I think there's a lot of questions as to whether the trans men should be working in women's only, should we say, changing rooms, areas where women should be, vulnerable women. And I know J.K. Rowling, as you said, has been very vocal about that. Do you feel that J.K. Rowling is going to be quite pleased with the decision in a week?
She's going to be amazed. She's getting a lot of stick for it, but it wasn't her who brought this ruling, was it? It was 3 other women, apparently.
Was it 3 other women? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was 3 other women who managed to get this thing together to take it to court. But yeah, that is a massive thing, and all these people now, all these organisations who've got all these gender-neutral toilets, etc. That's all going to be coming to an end, hopefully.
Yeah.
And the women's sport thing is particularly good because, you know, you cannot have men, basically, competing against women. How is that fair? Even in darts, for example.
Yeah, darts.
Darts.
Are you saying men can't can't dress as women and do darts?
There's a transgender darts player, and a lot of the women have pulled out saying they won't play against him. Her, or whatever you want to call it.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it right, Steve. You might get cancelled if you get the pronouns wrong.
I might get sold off by the trans police.
and I mean, it's like there was a female or a male boxer who turned into a female, and this male boxer, Khalif or something.
Khalif, in the Olympics, wasn't it?
Yes, in the Olympics, and this male boxer beat the, I don't know what word to use, beat the crap out of a poor female boxer because of the fact that this person is still a male physically. Do you think that's fair, Steve?
Pulp. I think, didn't he knock her out in the first round or something? I think it was like so one-sided. But that is not. How can anyone say that's fair? It's just bonkers beyond belief.
Yeah.
And even Seb Coe, you know, how can he be backing that? You know, where he came from. He was a genuine. There's someone on the phone. Yeah. So absolutely outrageous. But yeah, such a brilliant thing. That's amazing news, to be honest.
Yeah. And do you feel with this result in the Supreme Court, in the Royal Courts of Justice in London, do you feel it might actually open up new court proceedings in the future, which could go in the favour of sanity and well-being?
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. What can we have happening next? Hopefully, there's going to be something else that comes onto the agenda. They're going to stop because it's so crazy. You know? Yeah, I'm not sure what, but this is definitely a good step in the right direction, isn't it? You know, really important.
It is. I mean, it's nice to have finally some justice, and sanity in this country, really. So, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, did you hear about there was a massive protest in London yesterday, apparently all the trans activists, right?
I didn't hear about that, no.
30,000 and they defaced one of the memorials.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
They're absolutely very wound up. But then a lot of people were saying, well, thousands are, you know, protesting, but there's millions of us who are agreeing with the decision, which is correct.
I think, as you said before online, there is a lot of very happy people out there online who weren't happy with the whole movement and the way it was going, and are happy with this High Court outcome. which is interesting, isn't it? Because I think generally a lot of people would say the mood is actually happy about this decision rather than unhappy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of people seeing it for the lunacy it was, basically. You know, men dressing up as women, trying to be called women, making out they're women, but they're not biological women, are they? And they never will be.
How can you say such a thing, Steve?
They never will.
How can you say that? They're what they want to be.
End of.
They can call them. They can say whatever body part they have.
They cannot go into changing rooms with young little girls.
But I thought men had wombs. I thought don't men get periods too?
Now apparently, hopefully, the NHS will not be asking men if they're pregnant. That is
what a clown world, eh? What a clown world, guys! Exactly. Yeah, NHS is having to ask men if they're pregnant. Yeah. This is 2025. Very good words there, Steve. Thank you very much. Awesome. Nice one. Okay, and on my left we've got Simon here.
Hello, Dave. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Been a long time.
Been a long time, yeah. Simon. It has. Simon's came here from the Dorset world. He's one of our wonderful Dorset people here today. And Simon's got a great banner which says they're shutting down farms for evil corporate or global control. Sorry. Yes. And do you feel you think the corporations are trying to create a food crisis at the moment, Simon?
I do agree with that. Yes, they are, Dave.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Apologies. And do you feel that enough people are aware of this, or do you think it's all been kind of hidden by the media?
Well,
yeah, keep walking with people.
they are trying to shut down the farms. Yeah. People don't realise what's going on.
No.
You try and tell them, but they don't get it.
No.
And also they can't see it because the media's telling them. Of course the media will tell them, do they?
Very true. Very true.
They don't want farmers.
They don't. I mean, I know there's a really good quote which goes, "No farmers, no food."
Yeah.
Would you say people generally agree with that? Would you say there's a lot of people that would agree with that statement?
I don't think they understand what's going on. They don't get it.
No.
They don't understand lab-grown meat either. They don't get that either.
No, it's true actually. Yeah, because there's a big push now for us all be eating lab-grown meat, isn't it? Really, rather than proper meat from cows and sheep.
Yeah.
And I know they're trying to stop cows from farting. Have you heard about Arla and how Arla's using a special cattle feed to stop their cows from farting?
Yeah.
What do you say about that? What do you say about that, Simon?
They are trying to kill the cows with Barava feed, and in Denmark the farmers are telling them that it's killing their cows.
So I know that's very true. I mean, farmers have complained about it, haven't they? And I know the cows are now becoming very sick and actually won't eat the cattle feed, the bovar cattle feed. So hopefully people will actually pay attention to this, because these poor cows are eating something which is being fed to them forcibly, but they don't want it, right?
They don't want it, no.
No.
Farmers don't need it, no.
No. Very true indeed, yeah. And do you think we're going to make a difference today with us all being here, Simon?
Hopefully we will, because I see we've got a few people looking, but they don't come over and talk, and some are sneering and think it's funny, but they don't see more picture. It's happening now.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed we're getting a lot of very inquisitive looks by passers-by. And we're actually having people kind of really stopping and looking at our banners quite closely.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to wake up a few people.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
And this is Easter Sunday, which could either go in one direction or the other, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Simon.
Yeah.
Good to see you as always.
I suppose you haven't got many followers, Dave.
I haven't got as many followers as I'd like, to be honest, Simon. For those...
I find your videos very good and amusing.
Oh, do you?
And very, very truthful.
Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you. So, as Simon was saying, I have been shadow banned on YouTube. People don't like my videos. YouTube do not like my videos because I'm promoting love and freedom. So do try and find Love and Freedom Croydon. Write in Love and Freedom Croydon on the search engine rather than Love and Freedom itself. And you will find my videos, Love and Freedom Croydon, on YouTube search engine. I have been shadow banned, but I'm also on Rumble, Odyssey, and Facebook. No longer BitChute because they banned BitChute. They've stopped BitChute from being played in the UK. Thank you very much, Ofcom. Yes.
They stopped Gab as well.
Yes, they have. Thank you. Yes, and Simon here was also saying they've stopped Gab, G-A-B. They've stopped Gab and also BitChute from being accessed in the UK. Very true indeed. Thank you, Simon. What's that, sorry?
He's got complaints for you. He hasn't received your videos.
Amazing, fantastic. So, unusually today, I have not got my banner with me. I've not got my Love and Freedom banner. Some people have asked me why I haven't got my Love and Freedom banner with me. The reason being is because about a month ago I had a bit of a down period in my life, and I decided to take my Love and Freedom banner apart, and I took it apart and threw it in a bin. I was having a bit of a low period, and I think the good thing is it kind of highlights the fact that we are all vulnerable. Even though I promote love and freedom, even though I put on a good lot of hopefully make you laugh, hopefully make you smile, hopefully I don't take things too seriously, I'm still human. And just get the banners over there actually. I'm still a human being, and yes, I took my banner apart when I was having a bit of a low period, so I haven't got a banner. My placard is now, I don't know, it's probably in a waste tip somewhere. But I'm here anyway, and that's the reason why I got my baseball cap instead. And I've also got a Love and Freedom t-shirt, so I'm still promoting Love and Freedom, but I'm just not doing it with a placard. Some music in the background. Bit of jazz in the background. Oh yes. And on my left here, we've got the markets. This is Sherborne Market on Easter Sunday. Yes, indeed. And on my right, we've got the yellow boards. More yellow boards. Yes, indeed. People are probably wondering what it's all about. Anyway, that's the reason why I haven't got my placard, guys, because I took it apart. Stop the global medical group. Sorry, start again. Stop the global medical coup.
That's so cool.
Coup. Is it a coup or a coup? It's coup, isn't it?
Yeah,
David, learn English.
I think you can start. I think you can say either.
Could I?
Coop or coup.
Well, at least it's not.
Is it like a chicken coop?
It's not a group.
Is it like a chicken coop?
A chicken coop. Don't mention bird flu again.
Oh yeah, don't mention it once.
Don't mention the bird flu. Okay, this one says United Nations 2030 Agenda Globalist Enslavement. This banner here says died suddenly. Why? Yes, indeed. I think you all know what we're talking about. Why did people die suddenly? Good question. Okay, so look at the banners on the other side. This one on my left here says, Net Zero Britain committed an economic suicide. This one here says, digital ID equals no freedom. Yes, Tony Blair is a big advocate for digital ID. He's trying to spread it far and wide. Digital ID means basically you have no freedoms, you are under control.
We cannot continue with business as usual, and change is inevitable. This is where technology, like digital ID, becomes critical. My institute's own analysis shows that introducing this in the UK would save at least $2 billion a year, and likely more, by reducing losses to fraud, improving tax collection, and better targeting of state support.
I think you will get to the stage where it's going to be very hard for people to do a lot of normal life unless they can prove their vaccination status.
Yeah.
I think you'll find a situation where countries say to you, you're not coming in here unless we see whether you've either been vaccinated, you've had the disease and have got antibodies, or you've had a recent high-quality test. And so if people have got to understand vaccination is going to be, in the end, your route to liberty.
Whoa. Did he just say what I thought he just said?
Vaccination is going to be, in the end, your route to liberty.
Stay safe.
Your route to liberty. Your route to liberty. So you may think it's a constraint on your liberty, you've got to go and get vaccinated.
Digitally, you don't exist if you do not play by the rules, which is what happens already in communist China. This one here says 15-minute cities are open prisons. You cannot go outside your city. You've got to stay within 15 minutes of your city, otherwise you get penalised. This one says silence is consent. The old saying silence is golden. It's certainly not golden in this world. If you're silent, you're consenting to what you've been having pushed upon you. This one says use cash every day. Cash is king. Yes. If you use physical cash, they cannot control you. So I'm going to just get the banners out. That's because it's very busy today in Sherborne.
I love me.
I love me, yeah. It's interesting to hear people's conversations as they walk past me. People are paying attention. We're actually getting more attention today than we've had in ages.
Well, I'm very much
Thank you. Ladies in agreement there? Yes. How's it going with the light newspapers today, Kath?
pretty good, thank you, David, yes.
Good,
Getting
good.
out quite a few of the back copies in the most recent ones, yeah.
Excellent. That's good. Fantastic. Great. Did a great job.
Thank you.
How do you feel the energy is today, everybody? I noticed you've had a lot of people stopping and looking at the banners. I don't know if that's... What do you think, Viv? What do you think of today?
Some of the young people seem to be on board with it and have given us good comments. So we really appreciated that.
That's good. That's good. It's nice to hear young people actually appreciating what we're doing, because I know young people could go either way, couldn't they? Could either be very programmed through the schooling system and the last 5 years of all the tyranny, or else they could actually be more open-minded. But would you say the ones you've spoken to have been more open-minded?
Very open-minded, yes. So it's really nice to see that.
Fantastic. Great stuff.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with
Have been administered across the UK. At present, children aged between 12 and 15 are offered a vaccine. The boss of Pfizer, in an interview with the BBC, says 5 to 11-year-olds should get jabbed too.
I think that COVID in schools is thriving.
I believe that this is disturbing significantly the education system. And there are kids that will have severe symptoms. So there is no doubt in my mind that the benefits completely are in favor of doing it.
While the vaccines continue to roll off the production line, Pfizer has already started work on an updated Omicron version of its jab, should it be needed. The World Health Organization says early signs suggest that most cases of the new variant are mild, but scientists say they still need a few more days to determine its potential threat. Simon Jones, BBC News.
Was he in agreement with you there? No.
You don't believe all that, do you?
Government plants? What he was?
You don't believe all that, do you?
Steve's trying to talk to somebody about geo-engineering. Look at the sky, and he didn't seem very convinced.
No, he was not convinced about the climate crisis.
Oh, he wasn't convinced?
No. You
Oh.
don't believe all that, do you?
Oh, really?
Geo-engineering, obviously, because he just skirted
That's
around
right,
that.
he skirted around.
Ah, he hadn't heard about
He worried
geo-engineering.
The ice caps were melting.
Oh dear, I remember those days.
You know, the
I remember the days when I
ones
believe that.
apparently now been seen with loads of polar bears and stuff.
Oh yeah, all the polar bears are standing on one little ice cap now. Oh my god, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Probably all filmed in London Zoo. You alright, Dennis?
Yeah.
How's it going with your? Are you handing out the light newspapers?
I am.
How's it all going? Have you handed many out so far?
14, 15, I suppose.
14 or 15?
Yeah.
Good one. Okay. Dennis is on fire with the light newspapers. Oh yes. 14 or 15 today. Done a good job. So we've got a real Dorset and Somerset mix here today. We've got Simon and Nick over there on my left with from Dorset, and we've got a lot of us from Yeovil and Sherborne. Okay, so I'm going to look into the Somerset Leveller magazine. This is a monthly magazine which gets distributed throughout Somerset. It's a free magazine. It's a lovely magazine in general, but the Somerset Leveller did a rather unpleasant two-page article on the Light newspaper. and so it decided to do a smear campaign against the Light newspaper. So let's explore the contents of this 2-page spread. This is an article by an editor called Paul Jones on pages 18 to 19 of the Light newspaper. Okay, so the headline of Paul Jones's article is "Don't look into the light." Oh, don't look into the light. Basically, it's a double meaning, of course. It does mean don't look into the Light newspaper. However, to me, this seems like a very dark headline. It suggests to me, don't look into the light, look towards the darkness. I mean, what kind of message is that to give out to people? Look towards the darkness? I don't think it just means don't look into the Light newspaper. Personally, I think there's a lot more behind it. And I think that's a very unpleasant way to start an article, personally. Okay, so the subheadline is Glastonbury has joined a campaign focused on countering disinformation, presented in the controversial newspaper, The Light. Paul Jones delved inside the front cover. So, do you notice the word disinformation again? I mean, how many times do you get the word disinformation being used in 2024? So one person will say something's disinformation, another person will say it's information. To me, it sounds like he's quoting BBC disinformation reporter Mariana Spring here. Is she involved in this? Who knows? Right, so go inside the article, and it talks about very, very dark conspiracies in the Light newspaper. It says here, far from being the Light, this publication leads readers into some very, very dark corners of conspiracy that you would expect to find confined to the most remote corners of the internet. Ooh, scary. And you notice it's got very, very dark conspiracies. Not just very dark, but very, very dark. Ooh, don't read any further, guys, because you might get scared. Look at this little bit here. It's all there in the Light, brackets. Reading any edition of the Light is like playing a game of conspiracy theory bingo. Conspiracy theory bingo? Can anyone tell me exactly what that is? Sounds like fun, actually. COVID jabs make you sick. 66. WEF's den. Number 10. I've never been good at gambling myself, but I was a bit of partial at the old tombola. Maybe didn't win much. Probably won a bottle of non-alcoholic wine, which is about as useful as a chocolate teapot.
Did he do well? Did he do so very, very? Did he do so very well?
Right, this bit here says, no one in Stroud or Glastonbury wants to cancel anything. It goes against our instincts. Ooh, aren't you virtuous? Our core belief system. But this is different. Okay, so the Light is different. So you do want to cancel the Light, but you don't want to cancel anything because you're so virtuous and you believe that everybody should have a right to free speech because you're Glastonbury, and Glastonbury loves all things encompassing and open and diverse, but not the Light, brackets. So, yeah, you're a bit hypocrites really, aren't you? You wouldn't even bother writing this article if you didn't want to cancel it, let's be honest. Ooh, it's getting dark now. This is getting nasty. The Light has become an organ of outright denial. Denial of provable facts of science and, ironically, the truth. Ooh, so trusting science has got us where we are today. Bear in mind there's countless people all over the country who have been, quote-unquote, trusting the science. And look what mess they've got into now with their physical health and their mental health. Anyway, let's continue. It has become nothing more than a conspiracy propaganda, which could have real-life consequences for those who believe what it says.
24 hours, 323 deaths have been recorded. That's people who died within 28 days of a positive COVID test. That's people who died within 28 days of a positive COVID test.
What about all the papers that have been telling us so-called facts for the past 4 years? We've had enough of it, basically. People want an alternative view. Okay, so this bit is about a lady called Councillor Don Francesco, who's the Mayor of Glastonbury. Apparently, Councillor Don Francesco attended a meeting recently to discuss the encroaching fascism, the dangers of disinformation, and right-wing conspiracies. So basically, she says that they want to create a safe space for engaging, enlightening, and compassionate inquiry. I I don't think that's happening really. I think there's a lot of cancel culture going on, especially with newspapers like The Light. There's nothing enlightening or compassionate about it. If you think one thing is compassionate and enlightening because it suits your narrative and one other thing isn't, then that's not really compassionate and enlightening, is it? So the article describes phrases like the far right and fascists and links it to the Light newspaper. Personally, I am not a fascist or far right. I'm promoting love and freedom. I've been doing that for 4 years now, tirelessly. All of us doing this on the streets for different reasons are doing this tirelessly in our own time, and we're not getting paid for it. Okay, promoting love and freedom is not far right or fascist. I'm not political. I gave up on politics 2 or 3 years ago, and I used to be a Green Party supporter. So I spent most of my life supporting the Green Party, which is actually more left. And if anything, I've spent most of my life being more far left than far right. So let's get our facts straight here, yeah? Right, so I'm not going to go into the whole article because it's very long-winded, and you can find it all online or in your local stores. A lot of shops in Somerset, lots of public places, cafes, have got free copies of The Leveller. Please don't get me wrong, The Leveller is a lovely, lovely magazine. It's got lots of nice articles in it. It's got articles on different events going on in Somerset. Things that are going up for sale, all different public notices. It's a really nice magazine. I'm not here to discredit The Leveller. However, Leveller, I do ask you to be impartial with your reporting. You know, there are always two sides of a story, and I think you need to be very careful what you're putting out there, especially for people that do distribute The Light, because you're putting them in a bit of danger, to be honest, if you're discrediting them and calling far right and fascists. Very strong language, not helpful. But anyway, you can also find The Leveller online. There's a website called issue.com. Thank you for listening. This is Sherborne Markets on Easter Sunday. Indeed it is. And we're offering a few people tubes, whether they like it or not. We're sharing some tubes on Easter Sunday. Nice atmosphere though. Generally we've had lots of nice feedback from people, which is lovely. This is Nick, who's come from Dorchester today.
No, Paul.
Oh gosh, of course it is.
Now, I have a lot of sympathy with what they're going to do in Austria, because I cannot understand for the life of me why people believe this rubbish on the internet, the anti-vax propaganda. It is deranged. We know there's figures from the Office of National Statistics that say, what is it, you're 32,000 times more likely to die if you've not been double jabbed from COVID. There's no possible reason, unless you've got underlying health symptoms, not to have the jab. But my worry about doing it is, how do you enforce it? Do you stop everybody in the street? Who's going to stop people in the street? We don't have enough police officers on the beat anyway, so how would you make it work in Britain?
Well, you do it through snitches.
Anna, let's just go back a few seconds to what I just heard, and you just confirm with me if you heard the same thing.
Britain.
Well, you do it through snitches, wouldn't you, Storm? That worked.
Makes me uneasy.
It worked in lockdown. We had people saying, "Get round, we can hear a karaoke."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, I think if anyone was having parties,
But this is Austria.
This would work. But I don't think, even if you called up the police and said, "Oh, I've seen my neighbour go out to their friend's house," you can't. Like, there's no proof of that if they end up back at their house.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, so what the police do is they do spot checks.
Right.
So when you're at shopping, you might see an officer, and the officer says, "Show me your card."
Yeah.
Now, if you want to risk having a fake card, you can do it, but you'd be in a lot of trouble.
But then what happens if you break the rules? Are they going to imprison them in Austria? Fine them?
There's a question.
In
because
France, well, there
you
was
end up
only
with
one.
prisons full of unvaccinated people. Sorry.
In France, in Paris, there was only one person who was unvaccinated on the platform, and a security guard came up and said, "I don't know, that'll be 192 or 162 euro fine."
So how did he know he was unvaccinated?
No, this was to do with making sure everybody's masked.
Yeah.
So they're taking very rigorous
Oh, I see,
action.
he was unmasked.
But nowhere could you go to the museums or anywhere without showing your vaccination record.
Yeah. Well, listen, when I go and see the football, as I've mentioned many times, they ask to see I'm double vaccinated. This is a crowd of 43,000 going to a football stadium.
And people aren't wearing masks. But you're outside.
we're outside, and in the end, I think they just feel it's reassuring.
But we know that the football in the Euros, there was a spike around the football stadiums. We know
there was.
I don't think here this government would bring down this kind of lockdown. The public opinion would.
If things went worse, I don't know. I think people are a bit intolerant of the anti-vax crew.
Nick from Poole in Dorset.
And Bournemouth, actually, yeah.
And Bournemouth. He's a busy man. Nick, do you want to say a bit about yourself and why you're here today?
Well, I'm here because we've been getting to know our Dorset country friends who seem to be well into the rebellion or the call for freedom, probably a little bit more than the town folk in Bournemouth, Poole and Christchurch. So this year particularly I'm supporting them. Simon, one of our people from Poole, he originally came, and I thought it'd be a good idea to be supportive. And it's a great little town, and the people are okay. We are finding that the people are, over time, getting more and more understanding and supportive. Yeah. So, but today, we're fortunate because we can just prop the boards up like that because there's not, well, you see that blowing, but there's not a lot of wind. Often we can't leave them up like that because they just blow around. Yeah. But the whole idea when myself and my colleagues chose the subjects was to cover every aspect. We've got the very important subject of having our money digitised, which means full control. It's so important. And we've got the subject of health and the control by the pharmaceutical companies. We've got chemtrails where they are lacing the sky with various chemicals, barium, aluminum, and all sorts of things that we don't know. Then we've got the other important thing, net zero, which is the globalists' Trojan horse to have full control over us by bringing in the subject of the environment and conditioning everybody to think that we're all going to be flooded out, and if we don't obey them and take the carbon out of the atmosphere. And the other thing is that people are invested in a crooked establishment system, and if they see people challenging that with truth and rationality, then that takes their present existence away from them, and there's an unknown that scares them.
Get out of the way, then! Crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. You're all enforcing the law. The BBC won't get Magna Carta because the imposition of these 10,000.
As we're on go, we've got arrests going on as well.
You've been kept down. You've been pushed round. You've been lied to. You've been fed truths. Who's making your decisions? You or your religion? Your government, your countries? You patriotic junkies? Where's the revolution? Where's the revolution? too long. Your right to be, your views refused. They manipulate and threaten. We terrorize the weapon. Scare you till you're stupefied. Wear you down until you're on their side. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down. The train is coming, the train is coming, the train is coming, the train is coming. Get on board, get on board, get on board, get on board. The engine's humming, the engine's humming, the engine's humming, the engine's humming. Get on board, get on board, get on board, get on board. The train is coming, the train is coming, the train is coming, the train is coming. Get on board, get on board, get on board, get on board. The engine's humming, the engine's humming, the engine's humming, the engine's humming. Get on board, get on board. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down. Where's the revolution? Come on, people, you're letting me down.
So it's but we have to keep going, and we just spread what we believe to be the truth. That it's well researched.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Nick. Thank
Pleasure,
you very
Dave,
much.
and thank you for what you do. You've done a great job.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. And I was saying to other people, you know, I filmed this to get it out there because it's probably the only way you will find out about this, really, isn't it? Because the BBC certainly won't tell people about this, will they? All the lamestream papers, let's face it.
Well, I don't have a TV license, and I generally don't watch the BBC. I don't watch any of it. I'm quite happy with the independent channels on the computer. And how can you find somebody who's so far left, so invested in the establishment, that wants to micromanage everybody's life?
Yeah,
it's just breathtaking. But we're getting there, but the crunch will come soon.
Yes, indeed. Yes, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, Nick. You're doing an amazing job. You're a real inspiration.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you as always.
Yeah.
We've got a long geo-engineered line there going right across the sky into the clouds. That's what we call clouds anyway. Let's see, the sun is now completely blocked out. Yes, indeed. They've been spraying us all day. Yes, indeed. Look up, guys. Geo-engineering, no sun or food. Yes, indeed.
We're saying we need a big thing with photos on.
We need a big thing, like a big board.
We do,
with
yes.
chemtrails,
Yes.
And like a big list of why they're doing it.
We do, yes, indeed. Good point. We need some photos of chemtrails
Definitely.
on a big board Well said, guys. Sally and Steve with the ideas here. Our technical support. Oh, we got Jason here. Jason's arrived. Our main man of the day has arrived. Oh yes. Well, this is it, isn't it? We're not doing this for fun. We're doing this for the world's well-being, aren't we? Yes. This ain't a picnic, guys. This isn't a buffet.
We should be on 25 an hour or something.
Whoa, that sounds good. Too right, we should. Well said, holiday allowance, right?
50 actually, double time.
I like it, yes. Too right.
Double time. Well, look at this now.
I know. Where's the sun gone, guys?
We see in the sky on a regular basis these long white trails that do not dissipate. They actually form artificial clouds and block the sun is an expressed goal of geoengineers.
The contrails, not the chemical, the contrails occur because of cold air, minus 30. It takes a high altitude, around 30,000 feet plus. There's carbon dioxide and water vapor in that exhaust. That turns to ice crystals, and that's what you see, the white stream behind it. Those white crystals of ice warm up, dissolve, and the smoke goes away. And it never lasts more than a minute. What we're seeing now, and I first could not believe it, and I started looking at the skies, and these are not normal. They're not natural.
I'm here to give you testimony that chemtrails are indeed real. They're spraying almost every day. I watch the clouds and watch the spraying program going on. I want to tell you that we're in very great danger from the pollution that's coming down over us. And we've been led astray by the military-industrial complex, and they're responsible for the clouds creation and weather manipulation programs. They're dark operations. That's why they're not out in the media.
There's a huge amount of aluminum being found because these sprays have aluminum, strontium, barium, manganese, and there's a lot of argument that aluminum is very common to be found, but aluminum is only common in a bonded form. It's not common in a free form, and we're finding high rates of free aluminum in the soil, which is not natural.
There was a bright blue sky earlier, and then, yeah, and did you see the huge line of smoke from one of the planes? There was a huge line, huge chemtrail over us. It was huge this morning, I saw it.
Do you know what chemtrail, do you know what the anagram of chemtrail is?
What's the anagram of chemtrail, Steve?
Chemical agent.
Is it really?
It is. So they're basically laughing at us. They're taking the mick out of us.
Right.
Aren't they?
They are.
It's all due to climate change, when actually it's due to chemtrails.
Yeah, that's very true. And tell me, Steve, what do you think of this spacecraft that went up into?
I honestly don't know much
what
about
do you think of? Do you think that was linked to chemtrails?
Fake.
Fake.
It was all fake.
Which was it? No, Katy Perry. What do you think Katy Perry going up into space?
It went up in a giant dildo.
A dildo? Yes.
Yeah. See the footage.
It was a dildo, wasn't it?
There was no scorch marks when it landed, and they opened the door from the inside. Then Jeff Bezos ran out, pulled it shut, and then opened it with a lever.
That's right. Yes. It all looked a bit. It all looked a bit comical, didn't it, Dave?
You didn't really close it again. Come on out, guys. We see your baby.
Where are my babies?
They're over here. Go see them.
Where? Oh, we have to go
Right
there.
there.
Okay.
Katie!
I mean, I was comparing it to the very kitsch film Barbarella, 1960s Barbarella, and it was a really awful film, and it's about a woman who goes up into space, and she goes through time and space, whatever, and it was all very, yeah, Barbarella. Check it out, guys, Barbarella, don't worry about watching it, it's a load of crap.
But there was one about a year ago, I think, where they were taking the knee, and Forest played Bournemouth.
Oh yeah.
Once about a year and a half ago. Bournemouth didn't do it, and Forest did.
Oh really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's just...
It's virtue signalling, isn't it?
It is.
The problem is, if one person does it, or one group does it, the others automatically feel they should do it, because they don't want to be the odd ones out.
That's right.
And this is what's got us all into got us all into this mess, isn't it, the last 5 years? Where people don't want to be the odd one out to cause ripples, do they? So it could be like wearing a mask. Nobody wants to be the one who doesn't wear a mask when they go into a shop. Or they don't want to be the one who isn't, I don't know, socially distancing. Remember this social distancing? We had to stand on a spot in 2020, and nobody wants to be the one who didn't stand on a spot. Or steps outside a spot. Naughty people. So, yeah. 25 past 12, we are still here. We're doing a great job today. Real good energy, good vibes. Lots of smiley faces as people walk past. Inquisitive looks, but generally it's been pretty good. We've had very little hostility really today. Apart from somebody having a light newspaper thrust back at them after they took one. No farmers, no food. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah,
of course.
That's why they are so evil for making all the nurses and doctors do that.
Yeah,
really.
That's
and
right.
anyone else in the care industry.
Definitely. Yeah.
Evil, pure evil.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're spreading other messages as well, like you say.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, take a picture on Facebook, put it on Facebook.
Yeah,
It's fine.
definitely.
Yeah.
Every day I read such nonsense on
Absolutely.
social media about these vaccines from
you get a
ignorant,
couple of vaccines
ill-informed
and then-
people.
Opening yourself up to litigation if you start to discriminate against your employees and mandate vaccinations. on them.
Okay, but why? Listen, you make perfectly valid points, but why should I, as a customer, not have the right to use a company like Pimlico Plumbers, where I know that they've all been vaccinated?
We're going to get a new board for agendas.
Ooh, would that be controversial?
Yeah.
As we're saying, Antifa are never a happy bunch, are they?
Oh, they're just...
They always look angry.
Oh, God, yeah. And I mean, what are they mainly against? They're against patriots, aren't they? They're
Well,
against,
I don't even know what they're against half the
I know.
time. You know, if you try to speak to them, a lot of them are like, they don't even know what they're against.
No.
They just want to be against
They want
something.
it, that's right. They just want
And
it,
we're far right.
That's right.
Despite the
We're
fact
far
that,
right,
yeah,
even though we're not,
they say they're anti-fascist, and yet they do everything which is fascism.
that's right.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know what they're on about. But anyway, thank God we haven't gotten down this bit of the world.
Luckily, we don't get
I
Antifa
don't know
around
how
here.
Bristol, but
No, Bristol will have. It's very woke area, isn't it, Bristol?
yeah.
Your very own Steven Spielberg, right here in Sherborne. Oh yes. And it's almost probably gone past 12 o'clock now. We're still here. Got the yellow boards. It's been a very happy happy vibe today. Lots of smiley faces, lots of cheers. People have been clapping now, clapping hands. People have been worshipping us. Worshipping us with our boards.
All the people will worship us.
This is a Sunday worship.
Sunday worship. This is Sunday worship
Easter
here.
Sunday worship.
Easter Sunday worship. There you go. Yes, indeed. We do still worship, except slightly.
People coming and praying.
Yes, they've been praying. We've been praying for our praying for our forgiveness. No, praying for how amazing we are. Save these souls. Save these souls.
Save your souls coming through Sherborne Market.
Thank
With
you.
knowledge.
Mate, yes, exactly. Protect them.
Protect them from their sins.
For their sins. Oh dear.
They are not guilty.
Yes, they're not guilty, exactly, yes.
If you understand, or if you don't, if you believe, or if you doubt, there's a universal justice, and the eyes of truth are always watching you.